Now pay attention to this and listen carefully. There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize nobody is coming to save them. Not friends, not society, not motivation, not luck. And for some people, that realization destroys them. But for others, it awakens something dangerous. Because pain either creates victims or warriors. And the difference between the two is mindset. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. While the world chased comfort, they trained themselves for suffering. While others avoided pain, they walked directly into it because they knew something modern society forgot. A comfortable life does not create a strong mind. Struggle does. Discipline does. Loneliness does. Silence does. And today, we are living in a generation terrified of all four. People want confidence without hardship, peace without sacrifice, success without discipline, strength without suffering. But nature doesn't work that way. Nothing powerful is built without resistance. Not muscles, not wisdom, not character, not greatness. And that's why so many people stay trapped. Because the moment life becomes uncomfortable, they quit. But the person who learns to embrace discomfort becomes unstoppable. Tonight, this video is not here to comfort you. It's here to wake you up. Because deep down, you already know you are capable of more. Much more. If you're ready to leave your weak mindset behind, comment, discipline over comfort. Let's see who's truly ready to transform. Modern society is addicted to weakness. Look around carefully. People can't sit in silence anymore. Every second must be filled with noise, music, notifications, entertainment, scrolling, distraction. Because silence forces people to confront themselves. And most people are terrified of what they'll find. The modern world teaches escape. Escape boredom. Escape pain. Escape loneliness. Escape responsibility. But Stoicism teaches confrontation. Face reality. Face suffering. Face yourself. That's why Stoicism feels uncomfortable to weak minds. Because it removes excuses. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Imagine living every day with that awareness. Suddenly, excuses disappear. Petty drama disappears. Fake priorities disappear. And what remains is clarity. But most people never reach clarity because they are drowning in distraction. And distraction is the silent killer of potential. Every hour wasted scrolling is an hour stolen from your future. Every emotional reaction is energy given away. Every addiction is a chain around your mind. And the scary part? Society normalizes it. Weakness became entertainment. Discipline became rare. That's why disciplined people stand out so much today. Because they are becoming extinct. Imagine waking up every day with absolute control over your emotions. No dependence on validation. No emotional breakdowns over rejection. No addiction to approval. No fear of discomfort. That level of self-control changes everything. And once people see the results of discipline, they stop laughing. They start watching silently. Because discipline always looks extreme until it creates extraordinary results. The pain you avoid is controlling you. There's something most people never realize. Whatever you avoid controls you. Avoid hard conversations? Fear controls you. Avoid discipline? Comfort controls you. Avoid loneliness? Validation controls you. Avoid failure? Perfectionism controls you. The Stoics believed freedom came through facing reality directly, not escaping it. Seneca once said, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than necessary." Think about how true that is. People suffer more in imagination than reality. They fear rejection before it happens. Fear failure before trying. Fear judgment before speaking. Fear pain before growth. And because of that fear, they never evolve. But Stoicism teaches a brutal truth. Growth requires discomfort. There is no transformation without pain. The gym burns your muscles before they grow. Discipline hurts before it empowers. Loneliness hurts before it creates self-respect. Failure hurts before it creates wisdom. And most people quit in the middle of the process because they mistake discomfort for destruction. But discomfort is often the sign that transformation has begun. Ask yourself honestly, what pain are you avoiding right now? The answer to that question is probably the exact area where your growth is waiting. Comment one thing you know you need to confront, because speaking truth is the first step toward power. Stoicism makes you immune to manipulation. The most dangerous person in modern society is someone who cannot be emotionally controlled. Think about it. Advertisements manipulate emotions. Social media manipulates insecurity. Politics manipulates fear. Toxic people manipulate guilt. The entire world profits from emotional reactions. But Stoicism trains you to pause before reacting. And that pause is power. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." That sentence alone can change your life. Because freedom is not doing whatever you feel. Freedom is not being controlled by every feeling. There's a huge difference. A weak mind reacts instantly. A strong mind observes first. And that's why Stoics appear calm under pressure. Not because they feel nothing, but because they control what they feel. Imagine somebody insults you. Most people react emotionally. Their peace gets destroyed instantly. But a Stoic asks, why should another person's words control my internal state? That mindset is powerful. Because once you stop reacting emotionally to everything, people lose their ability to manipulate you. Suddenly, criticism loses power. Rejection loses power. Toxic people lose power. Fear loses power. And when fear loses power over you, your life changes permanently. Most people spend their lives trying to control the world around them. But Stoicism says, control yourself first. That is where true power begins. If this message resonates deeply with you, subscribe to Stoic Gateway right now. Because this channel exists for people who are tired of weakness and ready to master themselves. They will misunderstand your transformation. The moment you become disciplined, people start acting differently around you. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some people benefited from your weakness, from your insecurity, from your lack of boundaries. But discipline changes you. Suddenly you say no more often. You stop chasing validation. You stop begging for attention. You stop explaining yourself constantly. And that makes certain people uncomfortable, because weak people often hate being reminded of strength. The truth is, your transformation will expose others. Your discipline exposes excuses. Your calmness exposes emotional instability. Your focus exposes distraction. Your self-respect exposes insecurity. And many people would rather criticize your growth than confront their own weakness. That's why the path of self-mastery often feels lonely. But loneliness is not always punishment. Sometimes it's preparation. Preparation for the person you're becoming. Marcus Aurelius spent years reminding himself not to become corrupted by the world around him. Even emperors needed discipline. Even powerful men fought inner battles. So if you feel isolated during your growth, understand this: you are evolving beyond environments that once kept you small. And evolution is uncomfortable, but necessary. The real battle is against yourself. Most people think their enemy is society, or toxic people, or bad luck. But Stoicism teaches something deeper. Your greatest battle is with yourself, your laziness, your ego, your fear, your excuses, your impulses. Because the hardest person to conquer is the version of you addicted to comfort. That version whispers things like, "Start tomorrow. You deserve a break. One more distraction. One more excuse." And slowly, your life disappears into procrastination. Years pass. Potential dies quietly, and regret takes its place. That is why discipline is sacred. Discipline protects your future from your temporary emotions. Read that again. Discipline protects your future from your temporary emotions. Because emotions change constantly. But principles create stability. And Stoicism is built on principles. Not moods, not trends, not validation. Principles. That's why Stoicism survives every generation. Because human weakness never changes. But neither does human potential. You are capable of becoming stronger than your fears, stronger than your addictions, stronger than your past, but only if you stop negotiating with weakness. Become the person they cannot shake. One day, people will notice the difference in you. Not because you talk louder, but because you react less. Because chaos no longer controls you. Pressure no longer destroys you. Validation no longer owns you. And that calmness will intimidate people. Because emotionally disciplined people are rare now. Very rare. The world expects emotional reactions, impulsiveness, weakness, dependency. But Stoicism creates something different. A person who thinks before reacting. A person who remains calm during chaos. A person who does not collapse under pressure. That kind of person becomes powerful anywhere they go. Not because they dominate others, but because they finally mastered themselves. And self-mastery is the highest form of power. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself honestly, what is controlling my life right now? Fear, comfort, distraction, validation, or discipline? Because your answer determines your future. If you made it this far, comment, "I choose discipline." I want to know who's serious about transformation. And if you're ready to become mentally stronger, emotionally calmer, and impossible to manipulate, subscribe to Stoic Gateway now. Turn on notifications and join a community built on strength, wisdom, and discipline. For your free PDF plus daily Stoic guide for 7 days transformation, text "I am locked in" to the Stoic Path 33@gmail.com. Your transformation starts the moment you stop running from discomfort and start mastering yourself. Welcome to the family.